Greetings, everyone, and welcome to another edition of WDWLTV. Today is a really weird segment. We're going to call it the More Money Than Brains. So let's get started. Alrighty.
Access granted.
People, you are not going to believe this today, what I have compiled.
Somebody call security.
You know, I love my pets, and I would say 99.9% of pet owners love their pets. But, you know, there's a point where you have to draw the line and say, you know, is this pet going to have good quality of life after I go through all of this? Some of these are unbelievable. They really are. Alrighty. The first one, and this one really amazed me. An Australia man spent $2,000, okay, to have the wing of his pet bat reset. Yes, I said pet bat. Okay, the next one. A man in North Carolina with a 25-year-old macaw. Now, this bird was huge, and they are quite expensive. And with the proper care, a lot of macaws actually outlive their owners. Some macaws live 75, 80 years. Okay. With that in mind, he spent $3,300 for a surgical repair of his 25-year-old macaw's hernia. The next one. Here is a man that lived in Alabama who drove from Alabama to Florida because he had a wild squirrel that he had hand raised. And the squirrel was losing weight because it needed its teeth ground down. I guess squirrels' teeth continue to grow like horses' teeth. Had they treated it in Alabama, they consider this a wild animal. And even though from a couple of days old, I guess, or a week old, it was bottle fed and hand raised, Alabama Department of Wildlife would have been forced to release it back into the wild. So he drove to a clinic in Florida, had the teeth ground down, and since it had lost so much weight, it needed to be in ICU for 5 days. He slept in his car for 5 days because he didn't have that kind of money, and spent $1,800 on this pet squirrel. Okay. The next one. A farmer in Wyoming at an auction bought a bison for $500 for a pet. It was running through the field, stepped in a gopher hole, broke its leg. He called the vet. For this $500 pet bison, it cost him $4,400. This one I really love. This one I really love. A California woman spent $5,200 on plastic surgery to have her cat's face reshaped. Man, I'll tell you what, I wish I had some of that money. But last, not least, get ready for it. A woman from Juneau, Alaska, spent $6,000 on an air ambulance helicopter to fly her pet rabbit to a specialty clinic in Florida to have its broken leg pinned and reset. Now, this was a $50 pet rabbit. She spent $6,000 on the ambulance, $4,200 for the vet bill, and $500 on a motel room. And then had to buy a ticket to fly back from Florida to Juneau, Alaska with her pet rabbit. Oh my God, you know, like I say, I love my pets. Believe me, I love them to death. They all have their own personality. Sometimes they drive me crazy, but 99% of the time, especially Boots, he is so entertaining. I've never had a cat that has to constantly lay on its back with its feet in the air. And you know, he's so cute, and then on the other hand, he is the rottenest SOB cat I've ever owned in my life. But you know, if a vet told me $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, as hard as it would be, he'd get the needle. I know that sounds, you know, and my vet has payment plans, but not at $4,000 or $5,000. No, I draw the line, but
that's it. I'm through.
That's it for today. I will maybe be back later. I'm not sure. I'm looking at a couple of items. Otherwise, definitely tomorrow. So from the Gone of WDWLTV, it's me saying goodbye. Take care, everybody.